There you go. This time I would like to give my 2 cents about one of Japan's. I'm not gonna say the greatest, I'm not gonna say it's the best, but in my opinion, one of Japan's best anime manga exports of all time. That is Dragon Ball. I have in front of me Dragon Ball Season 1. I have the other remaining seasons minus Season 5. This is the season remastered box set. Dragon Ball Season 1 Funimation. This is basically the first 31 episodes of the season. Well, I'm only gonna use Dragon Ball Season 1 because it depicts the origin of Goku. This anime and manga, it is most notably known for its humorous and distinctive style. As some of you will know, most of Japanese animes and mangas are centered around the main protagonist, who might be a boy, who might be a girl, young man, young lady, who most of the time is insecure, unsure of who he is, doesn't know he is the one who has the power, doesn't know who's the one who's gonna save the world, blah 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 blah, such and such. In Dragon Ball, we have Goku, a young boy who is actually pretty much self-confident about himself, very humorous, not so melodramatic as many other Japanese anime characters. And for some reason, this character is so likable, so lovable, as all of the others characters that will be appearing from here onward. For me, Dragon Ball, the first part of Dragon Ball, and I say the first part of Dragon Ball because Dragon Ball is the complete manga. From Goku's introduction up to, the very end, when Oob and Goku go to train together. But when it switched over to TV, Toei decided to rename the parts where Goku was, a grown-up man, and his son Gohan. They decided to rename it Dragon Ball Z, but actually it has always been Dragon Ball. For me, the first part of Dragon Ball is actually the most humorous. It's very original, very adventurous, very enjoyable, and I call the first part from here up to Piccolo. You guys in the US call him Piccolo, but it's actually, I don't care, Piccolo, whatever, until Piccolo Jr.'s tournament, when Goku actually beats the crap out of Meh Jr. or Bad Jr. or Demon Jr., which is, Piccolo's son. From that point on, then we have Dragon Ball Z, which actually, let's say that up until Frieza, the Frieza fight, is for me, that is the peak of the whole Dragon Ball stuff. Up to Frieza. From that point on, Dragon Ball Z, which is very good. I love Dragon Ball Z. I'm collecting the Dragon Box, and I hope I can collect them all. But it is my personal opinion that the Frieza fight is the peak of Dragon Ball itself. From that point on, Dragon Ball transformed into your average Super Sentai. No other characters had chance to develop. In the end, it was all up to Goku to save the world, blah 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 and stuff. The only thing that I would criticize about, Dragon Ball series is that the characters never developed, farther. When we had, characters such as Tien Shin Han, characters, switching over to the good side, Piccolo going to the good side, Vegeta going to the good side, those characters, their development stopped because Vegeta was quite a heck of a character up to Frieza's fight. From that point on, Vegeta assumed some sort of a secondary role. Because if you remember, when we had Goku and Vegeta prior to the Frieza saga, we had Goku as the leading star, but Vegeta was his actual counterpart. It's like two faces of the same coin. But anyway, let's focus on this one first. As I was telling you, and as you can see, this is Dragon Ball Season 1. When you have them all together, you can form the image over there. It has 5 discs comprising the first season. Full Metal Alchemist. A lot of people like that series, but I'm not much a very fan of anime and manga. But for me, Dragon Ball is special. Here we have Bulma, we have Goku, we have Kame Sennin, or Muten Roshi Sama, or Master Roshi. Krillin over there, you know, Goku Saiyan 8 transformation. Let's see if I can zoom this up for you. There's some sort of bio for Goku. We have Goku over there, King Toon, or Flying Nimbus, Flying Cloud. Actually, guys, Dragon Ball is a remake of the old Monkey Tale or Journey to the West tale. Actually, most of the characters are, you know, like remakes of characters that appear in the old Monkey King legend. The only thing is the Dragon Ball, you know, throw into the mix, you know, the 7 balls, technology, these and that. But for me, Dragon Ball is very special. The original Dragon Ball, and I'll call it the original Dragon Ball to make it a distinction between this and Dragon Ball Z. Here we have Master Roshi, badass back then. And then, well, from Dragon Ball Z onward, nobody paid any attention to old Muten Roshi Sama. Nobody gave a damn. But he's a cool character. Here we have Lunch Krillin. We have here, they call him Ox King. In Japanese, they call him Gaimao, I think. And in the Spanish version, for some reason, they call him Ox Satan. Don't know why. Because the only Satan we know is Mr. Satan, in which the American version, you call him Hercule, I think. Here we have Chi-Chi, Oolong, the turtle. We have the enemies. Oh, Pilaf. Pilaf is actually, you know, was thrown in for a compliment. But actually, the villains are, you know, not needed. It's not only until, you know, the Red Ribbon Army kicks in, we meet Tenshin Han, then we go up to Piccolo. The villains actually develop themselves and become an integral part of this series. Here's a list of episodes, but I'm just, you know, going quick over it because I am not making a review of the season 1. I am just giving you my 2 cents about Dragon Ball. Why I think Dragon Ball is one of the greatest Japanese manga anime exports, because it's originality. In the end, it contains most of the elements that you would see in any other shonen or Sentai show, but in my opinion, it's very original. The fact that you do not see so much melodrama. Well, possibly in Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, so you're gonna see some sort of a... But the humorous part of Dragon Ball is what actually put it on the map. Because we have seen so many, you know, animes all over the years. Some of them pretty good. There have been very good animes. Very good series, but the humorous art style, the humorous content, the adventure, you know, the way that the main, the leading star of the show, Goku, handles things and how he reacts to things is what actually, you know, put him on the map. and the characters. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna stop briefly and go for part 2.